see you bounce. Put your back into it now. Baby, let me let you know. Shake it up, shake it up. Let me see you bounce. Let me see your body rock. Baby, bounce. Let me see your body rock. Baby, show me what you got. Take it up, take it up. Let me see you bounce. Yeah. Let me see you bounce. Let me see your body rock. Baby, show me what you got. Take it up, take it up. Let me see you bounce. Yeah. Up in the ground. DJ gon' play it loud. Brinca, brinca. Let me see you bounce. Brinca, brinca. Let me see you bounce.
Good afternoon. You're watching ZORANLAND Entertainment, and we are coming to you from the Springs Clubhouse in Novi, Michigan. Rainy day outside, but it's very nice and comfortable here. Today, we're going to talk with HICKS, who is the creator of the new MOTOWN Ballroom group. Rick, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Zoran.
Are you nervous?
You know what? I'm probably more excited than nervous.
Okay, but that's good. I'm a little bit nervous too, but we're going to get through this together, okay?
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your group, the MOTOWN group. It's a new group in Metro Detroit. And how long the group exists?
The group has existed for about a year now.
Okay, and who is the creator of the group?
I am the creator of the group.
Okay, creator of the group, and tell me a little bit about how you started the group. I mean, where the idea came from.
The idea came years back. I studied abroad after college in Mexico, and I learned a lot about salsa, and I saw this guy who looked like he was in his 60s, and he was dancing with two ladies who were in their 20s, and I said, you know, I happened to be on the sideline, and I said, I've got to learn how to dance because I want to be like him dancing with two girls at the same time.
How old were you at the time?
I was 23.
23?
Yeah.
Okay.
So over the last 6 years, I've been, you know, after I came back from Mexico, I came to the States and I tried to learn as much as I could about salsa. I gave up and I just happened to run into, I went to Southfield Parks and Recreation and saw a class called MOTOWN Ballroom in Southfield. And I signed up for the class and I've been taking classes ever since. And, you know, once I learned about that class and I fell in love with the class, I had trouble building enough confidence to go out and dance at different events through this style, but I never lost the love. And I said, you know, I don't want to experience, you know, the struggle of having to, you know, go to events and not being confident enough to dance. And I thought the reason why is because I'm going by myself and I'm supposed to be the leader because I'm the male. So I said, I'm going to start a group that will allow people to meet people so we can socialize, get to know each other, and then go together to these events. And then we can just have fun and laugh at each other.
So that's actually the purpose why you create the group, MOTOWN group?
That's why I started the group.
That's a good start there. Tell me about the, let's go to the name. Why you choose the name MOTOWN group?
The reason why I chose the name MOTOWN Ballroom Group is because it's namesake to the city of Detroit. You know, there's a lot of history behind that name, and there really isn't a name that I can think of that defines the type of dance that Detroit-style ballroom dance is. I mean, you have salsa, you have merengue, you have steppin' in Chicago, you have the hand dance in DC, you have the two-step in Houston. Detroit doesn't really have a namesake for its style, but the namesake of Motown really fits.
When you said Motown, did you think about the Motown radio at the time?
Motown,
which is, like you said, historically, with the history, you know, back.
Absolutely.
So Motown radio was the
Motown. Yeah, the Motown in terms of the music groups with Berry Gordy and the Supremes and the Temptations, and it really fits because obviously it's music related, and that's what we're doing is we're dancing to music.
Okay, but in your studio you do not do ballroom dance only. Do you do any other kind of a dance or just strictly ballroom?
We strictly do ballroom because ballroom incorporates a number of different styles. However, we do Motown style ballroom, which is it's really just a very smooth way of doing the cha-cha is really what it is.
Okay, I don't know, did you watch the movie Strictly Ballroom?
No.
No?
But I need to check it out.
It just came up on my mind, Strictly Ballroom, it's a movie actually recorded in Australia, and it's one of my favorite movies. And there was a problem for people who wanted to change the steps in the movie, and the judges were not allowed. So actually, a guy came up with his own steps, and he was turned down from the judges, but by the audience, he actually won the first place. You should check that movie out. I think it's a great movie. And do you do any changes in the moves on a ballroom? You stay strictly ballroom, or you create your own?
We pretty much stay pretty close to, when we go out to a different events, we tend to stay to the basics because there are different levels within the group, but we want to stay with the basics because there's so many people that are really just learning. However, the more advanced you are yourself, for example, me, I've been ballrooming off and on 6 or 7 years. Yes, I do incorporate my own style to my dance, but when it comes to the group as a whole, we focus on the basics.
Okay. When we are dancing, what is the proper way to approach a person to dance? Let's go from the male side first.
Right.
Because the males are the ones who are supposed to approach the lady to go ahead and dance. So what is the proper way to approach a person?
You know, there's probably different opinions.
And which one is not proper? We're going to go back to that one. So let's go to the positive first, the good one.
I'd say and look, there's different opinions on this, but I would say based on what I've done, and I've done a little bit of research, and I know that internet isn't necessarily the credible source to define, but I've done a little research, and the way I think the best way to approach someone is to simply ask them, may I have this dance? That's the best way to do it.
Okay.
The incorrect way would be to walk right up on someone. Oh, and by the way, when you ask them, would you like to ballroom, or would you like to cha-cha, or would you like to salsa? Because a woman understands a dance based on what she knows we're gonna do before we actually do it. She's not going to be able to assume what you're gonna do by just dancing. So the incorrect way is to walk up to someone without asking them what you like to do, or what you like to do this. Would you, instead, if you just walk right up to them and just grab them and start moving.
That's not the proper way to do it.
That's not the proper way.
Okay. How many members are in the group as of now?
Currently, there's 265 members in the group.
Okay, that's not a small group anymore.
It's not.
I just said a new group in the beginning in Metro Detroit, but I guess it's getting members every day, so the number is good.
Yes.
How about the events? Did you guys have any events prior?
Yes, we've had 40 events so far.
Here in Metro Detroit only, or did you go somewhere else?
Metro Detroit area only.
Okay.
And in those events,
give me some names. What places did you go to?
Well, and just to set how we do.
You just give me a few.
Sure. A couple of places that we go to are we go to Ignite at the MGM Grand Hotel Thursdays from 6 to 8 with Mr. Smooth. He's the instructor that we learn with.
How about the upcoming events? Do you have anything coming up soon, or so we can inform the viewers?
Yes. We have an event. Well, actually, we meet every other Monday at Nicola's from 6:30 to 8. This is a ballroom. This is a social ballrooming group. So the purpose is that we meet and we get to know each other.
Correct.
And then we go to events. So we meet every other Monday, 6:30 to 8 at Nicola's Restaurant in Southfield. Okay,
because I know where the restaurant is, I'm going to give you the address so you guys can come to the restaurant. It's 25225 Telegraph Road in Southfield, Michigan 48034. So what time did you say, 6 o'clock?
6:30 to 8 p.m.
From 6:30 to 8 p.m. Tell me a little bit about meetings, since you organize those meetings. Who can join the meeting?
Anyone can join, all ages. It doesn't matter. You just have to have a love for ballrooming, and you want to have some fun, and you want to learn some things, and you want to meet people that also want to simply ballroom and learn and laugh at themselves.
Correct. I'm going to be a little nosy. What are you talking about in the meetings.
Sure.
So we can give them a little information about the meetings.
Yes, well, the purpose is, the purpose of the meetings, and by the way, the meetings, the meetups we call them meet and greets, and we meet there at Nicola's, and the purpose is for people to get to know each other. We're a social group, and the social group is designed to make us feel comfortable about dancing with a complete stranger. You don't even have to worry about a stranger because you have people to dance with. And the things that we talk about, we have icebreakers. Icebreakers create social activity. We also talk about topics. They can range from anywhere to social ballroom etiquette to courtship, because a lot of times we interact with, or a lot of people that come are singles. And politics may come up, but it's a rarity. We try to keep it light, but for the most part are things that create social interaction.
Okay. You told me that the MOTOWN Ballroom group is also a Christian group. What do you mean with a Christian group?
Well, the group itself isn't necessarily a Christian group, because anyone from different walks of life can come. But we do talk about Christian-related topics sometimes. They come up because I think ballroom has a very traditional root from the standpoint of a man leading a woman to dance. I think there's a traditional relationship with the Christian aspect. There may be a relationship with other walks of life, but we're talking about the Christian values. And speaking of those values, there's a direct correlation, because we all know that as a man leads a woman on the dance floor, a man also leads his wife, in the household, things of that nature. So they tie in together well. Okay.
Tell me about the MOTOWN Ballroom group. Can we see you somewhere in social media, on Facebook, and do you have your own website? Where can people find you?
You can find us. You can find us on meetup.com, and it's a website that exists, and so that's meetup.com. And what you want to do is you want to type in meetup.com, and then you find the search button, and then type in MOTOWN Ballroom Group. In the search button, and you'll find us.
It's going to link you to your
It'll link us to
website. Okay. How about Facebook? You're not on Facebook?
No, I'm on Facebook, but down the line we are working on a page that focuses on MOTOWN Ballroom Group. So look for that in the future.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me about your future plans. What do you have on mind?
Yes, future plans are actually to have some, in addition to the meet and greets, have some ballrooming events at Nicola's, where we do our meet and greets on a regular basis. So that will be fun.
How about Dancing with the Stars? That's a future plan too.
You know what?
Look forward for.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Okay. We already mentioned the website.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Anything else you want to add for the end of the show? Anything? Did I miss anything?
No, you covered it pretty well. No.
Pretty well. Okay. I did my homework.
Yes. Good job.
Well, thank you very much for coming to the show. Thank you for being my guest. Thank you guys for watching us and for choosing ZORANLAND Entertainment. We're going to be with you after the commercial. Hi, we are back to our studio, and my guest, Eric Hicks, from MOTOWN Ballroom Group. Eric, let's talk about the dressing codes. What are the dressing codes for people who want to join the groups? What they have to wear? What is the proper way to dress when they come to you?
When they come to the ballroom group, and first off, they want to come. They want to focus on coming to the meet and greets, which are Mondays, where we don't dance. We simply talk and socialize. So we do not dance on those days. But when we do have events, bring dancing shoes if you possibly can. No rubber soles. You want to have the kind that, they're suede soles.
Okay.
And women, talk to your friends, find out what type of heels are ballroom related. Or you can bring flats, because flats are great because your feet won't be uncomfortable.
Okay.
Focus, if we're just practicing, then you simply want to bring jeans, but you want to bring the shoes that are no rubber soles. Again, I can't stress that enough, because you can hurt yourself doing it, or you can actually, believe it or not, you can damage the floor. And a lot of times the places that we go, the floors are designed for dancing. That's the dress code, generally speaking. And otherwise, it really depends on the level of the event. Like if we're going to a formal event, you want to wear formal wear. If you want to go, if we're having a practice event, you simply want to wear jeans. And we'll let you know what you'll need to wear.
So that's why you have to go ahead and join those meetings on Monday, every other Mondays in Nicolas. When you go to different studios or places for the events, is any cover charge for that?
Yes.
So we can let the people know so they don't be surprised when they come to the door. What is the approximately average charge? Or depends on the place, how that goes?
Well, when it comes to the meet and greets, there's no cover charge. It's simply walking into the restaurant. And I think as a courtesy, it makes sense to actually eat at the restaurant, because the restaurant is extremely gracious, and they're excellent when it comes to hosting us. And they set us aside in an area where there's a lot of us there. But for them to give us that opportunity to be there, we need to be ready to order some food, But when it comes to the events that we go to, they vary. They can vary anywhere from $6 for just a ballroom lesson, somewhere for a couple of hours, to an actual event where you're paying $25, where there's a little bit of entertainment, there may be a competition, or there may be some food included in the price.
What styles of dances you practice at the
Well, the style of practice that we Motown style ballrooming is really based on the cha-cha. And we do 3 basic moves, and then these 3 basic moves are actually algorithms of many more moves that you can create from these 3 algorithm-like moves. And we call it the walk step, the half turn, and the full turn. And you can actually create hundreds of thousands of combinations just off of those 3 moves, which are all really basic cha-cha.
And you got the schedule for the next event, right?
Yes.
Tell me where is it, what time, and what is the proper dressing code for that place?
Yes. Our next scheduled event will be at, it's called the Hustle and Ballroom Dancing at the Fellowship Chapel. It's actually a church. And it's off of West Outer Drive. The address is 7707. I'm looking on my phone here. 7707 West Outer Drive in Detroit, Michigan, from 7 to 9 p.m.
What date?
Yes, Friday, October 25th.
Friday, October 25th.
Yes.
Okay. If you want to join Eric and MOTOWN Ballroom Group, please find them on an email that he already mentioned before, or check them at the Nicolas restaurant and schedule your next event. Thanks for watching us, Zealand Entertainment and Zoran and Eric.
Let me see you bounce, put your back into it now. Baby, let me get you now. Shake it up, shake it up. Let me see you bounce, let me see your body rise. These rounds, let me see your body rise. Baby, show me what you got. Take it up, take it up. Let me see you bounce, yeah. Let me see you bounce, let me see your body rise. Baby, show me what you got. Take it up, take it up. Let me see you bounce, yeah. Underground, DJ gon' play it loud. Brinca, brinca. Let me see you bounce, brinca, brinca. Let me see you bounce.
Hey, it's me again. Thanks for watching our show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions for the next show, please email me at zoran@zoran-land.com. See you next time.